Good evening. We're really going to have to do this again. Good evening. Thank you. Shana Tova, it is an honor and a privilege to be standing before you this evening as the president of the Board of Trustees of Rodef Shalom Congregation. We come together tonight to celebrate Rosh Hashanah, a moment that marks the beginning of a new year, a time for reflection, for renewal, and for hope. It is a time for us to gather as a community, to connect with each other, and to embrace the possibilities that lie ahead. I confess, last year I stood before you on this very night, a little overwhelmed, slightly intimidated. I don't think I ever pictured myself serving in this capacity on behalf of the congregation. But as I have mentioned previously, I have always been taught and believed that each of us have a role to play in making this world a better place. And we owe it to each other to say yes when asked to lend a hand or contribute to that greater mission. As we stand on the threshold of this new year, I am reminded of where we have been over the past 12 months. We have welcomed a new cantor, Toby, who has breathed life into our vision of a collaborative shared leadership model alongside our rabbi. We have celebrated our family center with the acknowledgement of a tremendous legacy left following Mimsy's retirement, but a wonderful addition in Ellie. Our women of Rodef Shalom have re-examined their leadership model, looking to commit to a meaningful and purposeful future as a vital organ of this congregation. I could go on and on. There has been plenty we have done over the last 12 months, and there are too many to list this evening. But Rosh Hashanah is also a time for introspection and self-examination. It is a time for us to ask ourselves how we can better live out the values of Rodef Shalom in our daily lives. How can we be more compassionate, more just, and more inclusive? How can we work together to heal the divisions in our society and create a world that reflects the ideals of justice and righteousness? As we gather in this sacred space, let us remember that the power to effect change lies within each of us, if only we answer the call. The smallest act of kindness, compassion, and empathy can have a ripple effect, transforming the world one person and one congregation at a time. Let us commit ourselves to acts of loving kindness, to acts of justice, and to acts of compassion in the years ahead. Part of our role in this congregation is to provide a future for the next generation and the generation after that. For those of you who joined us for dinner prior to service, you likely saw my wife and I chasing our 2-year-old daughter Zadie around the room, trying to shovel food into her mouth before it hit the ground. I, along with my fellow board members, are committed to a healthy and sustainable future for this congregation. I feel a personal call and a personal obligation to leave this congregation better than I found it. And I am sure that you can agree and connect with that mission and vision as well. You should have received an appeal card when you entered the sanctuary this evening, or they are located as you exit tonight. We hope that you will consider a monetary donation that helps the operation of this congregation on a daily and long-term basis. There is an option for greatest need, which assures the money to support our greatest challenges at this time. A capital building fund, which helps maintain this beautiful 120-year-old building that we all treasure, and a social action fund, which goes to a number of good works that are in line with our values. Your dues are an integral part of membership in this congregation, but dues alone do not cover all of our operating costs. We hope that you will consider, if able, a donation as part of this High Holy Day appeal. Cards can be collected as you exit this evening, or they can be returned at any High Holy Day service over the next several days. As we embark on this new year, let us do so with true, genuine optimism in our hearts and a determination to make the world a better place. Together, as a community, we can bring about positive change, and together, we can make a difference in the lives of others. I wish you all a Shana Tova, a year filled with blessings, joy, and peace. May this year be one of growth, unity, and purpose. Thank you, truly thank you, for allowing me to share in this moment with you. And may we all be inscribed for a year of health, happiness, and fulfillment. Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.